Imagine holding eternal life in your hands. It may sound like poetic exaggeration, I know, but look closely at this small piece of wood I have here. To the eyes of a stranger, someone rushing along the sidewalks of life, this is just a pruning leftover, something meant for the trash, for oblivion, or for the fire. But for us, who have trained our eyes to see the invisible, this dry and seemingly lifeless branch holds a dark and wonderful secret. It is a silent promise of resurrection. Today, I'm going to take you to the hidden side of gardening, the one most people ignore. Forget the soil, at least for now. Forget everything you've been told about the absolute need for seeds to start an orchard or a productive garden. There is a latent force, an almost stubborn will to live that inhabits every fiber, every cell of this branch, and I will teach you, step by step, how to awaken this giant that sleeps beneath its rough bark. It is an almost mystical process, where what once seemed dead begins to pulse again with green, vibrant energy. But before we reveal this mystery, and I show you how the magic happens in practice, I need to feel the energy of those who are here with me, sharing this moment of discovery. From which corner of this vast planet are you listening to me right now? Write down below, in the comments, the name of your city, your state, or your country. I feel a deep connection when I read where you're from, because I realize we are forming a silent brotherhood of nature's guardians, spread across the world, united by the desire to see life emerge when no one expected it. Tell me, where is the sun touching your plants today? While you write, let me tell you a truth that few have the courage to say. Most people who try to turn a branch into a plant fail miserably. They fail because they don't understand the secret language of plants. They treat the branch as an inanimate object, not as a living organism fighting to survive. They make fatal mistakes within the first few seconds, and that's why what I'm about to teach you today is so valuable. It is knowledge that borders on the sacred, passed down through generations by those who truly love the earth. The biggest mistake, the one that condemns thousands of cuttings to rot every single day, begins with the choice of the branch. People go around cutting anything, anywhere. But nature is selective. For a branch to become a productive plant, it must have the spark. It cannot be too old, already tired and lacking vigor, nor too young, a shoot that doesn't yet have the structure needed to endure transformation. The secret lies in balance, in what we call a semi-hardwood cutting. It is a branch that already has some firmness, a bark that is beginning to darken, yet still holds the flexibility of youth. This is where the cambium lives, a hidden layer beneath the bark where the magic of plant stem cells happens. When you choose the right branch, you're not just picking a piece of a plant. You are choosing an heir for your garden. Now, pay very close attention because this is where the mystery deepens. Most people rush to plant the branch in soil as soon as they cut it. That is the fastest path to the graveyard of plants. Soil, although it is the mother of everything, can be cruel to a wounded branch. It hides fungi, bacteria, and a level of moisture that can suffocate life before it even begins. What I'm going to show you today is how to use the purity of water to mediate this transition between death and life. It is a process of purification. By placing the branch in water, you allow it to breathe, to heal from the wound of the cut, and to concentrate all its energy on creating something new, roots. But it's not just any water, and not just any method. There is a preparation ritual that separates success from oblivion. The cut must be precise, like surgery. A diagonal cut at a 45-degree angle increases the contact area and allows the plant to drink life more easily. And here's something many people overlook. You must remove almost all the leaves. It may seem cruel to strip the branch of its green beauty, but leaves are demanding. They consume precious energy through transpiration, energy that the branch, now without roots, cannot afford to lose. Leave only 2 or 3 small leaves at the top, just enough for the plant to remember it still belongs to the world of light, while its energy turns toward the world of shadows, where roots will be born. The environment where you place this branch must be a sanctuary of calm. No direct sunlight, no strong winds. It needs filtered, gentle light, like the glow of an endless sunrise. It is in the half-light that life organizes itself, and you will need patience, a virtue the modern world has tried to take from us. Do not expect miracles overnight. Nature does not rush. It follows an ancient rhythm that cannot be accelerated by our anxiety. For days, perhaps weeks, it will seem like nothing is happening. You will look at the branch and see only wood and water. But in the silence of the container, a battle is taking place. Auxins, the hormones of life, are moving toward the base of the branch, gathering, transforming, preparing the ground for a great revelation. Many people give up at this point. They throw the branch away because they don't see immediate results. They don't understand that roots, the foundation of everything productive, are born in darkness and silence. You must trust the process. You must change the water with care, keeping it fresh and oxygenated, as if you were caring for a newborn. And then one day, when you least expect it, you will see a small white dot, a nearly imperceptible swelling at the base of the branch. That is the moment of triumph. That tiny white tip is the first root, the first thread of life reaching into the world. It is proof that the branch is no longer waste, but a living being. It is a feeling of achievement beyond price, something that connects you directly to the eternal cycle of existence. From that point on, growth becomes more visible, more bold. The roots begin to branch out, forming a delicate and complex network. It is important not to rush this new life into the soil. Let the roots grow strong. Let them learn how to draw nutrients from the water. This waiting period is essential for the plant to develop the resilience it will need to face the outside world. When the roots reach a few centimeters in length and resemble a strong white beard, then, and only then, will it be ready for its final destination, the soil. But understand this. This process is not a promise of effortless magic. It is a pact between you and nature. Nature brings the life force, and you bring observation, care, and patience. Many people ask me, can any branch become a plant? The truth is, nature has its preferences. Some plants, like basil, rosemary, mulberry, or fig, seem to have an almost unstoppable will to live. They surrender to the process with ease. Others are more delicate, more demanding, and require a more experienced hand and a more patient heart. But the beauty lies in the attempt. Every branch you place in water is a lesson in biology and spirituality. You learn about time, about fragility, and about the incredible strength hidden within simplicity. There is nothing more rewarding than harvesting a fruit or a leaf from a plant you watched grow from a piece of wood that everyone else called waste. It is a form of rebellion against excessive consumption, a way of telling the world that you know how to create life with your own hands. Imagine the pride of showing your friends and family a productive plant, full of fruit, or releasing a beautiful fragrance, and being able to say, "This started with a branch I found." See, there is a deep dignity in that. It is the recovery of ancestral knowledge that we are losing in the rush of modern life. So I encourage you, do not be afraid to fail. If the first branch rots, try a second. If the second does not root, change the cutting angle, adjust the light. Listen to what the plant is trying to tell you. Gardening, especially this technique of propagation, is a silent dialogue. With time, you will begin to recognize, just by touch or scent, which branch is ready for transformation. This video is an invitation for you to look at your backyard, your street, or your city park with new eyes. Where others see debris, you now see forests in potential. Where others see an ending, you see a beginning. Nature is generous to those who know how to observe. And remember, the process is simple, but it requires your presence. It's not something you do and forget. It's something you follow closely, like guarding a precious secret. This method of rooting in water before transferring to soil is the safest path for beginners who want to avoid the common disappointments of planting directly in the ground without proper preparation. It is a gentle transition, a glass nursery where life organizes itself under your attentive gaze. At the end of this journey, when you finally plant your rooted cutting in a pot filled with rich, loose soil, you will feel a connection that no store-bought seed can provide. You will know the story of that plant. You will know it fought to be there, that it transformed its own energy reserves into new roots, and that it now trusts you to keep growing. It is a cycle of trust and love that transforms not only your garden, but also your perception of what it means to be productive. To produce is not just to extract. It is to create, to care, and to allow life to flow through your hands. I hope this knowledge has sparked a flame of curiosity within you, that you feel the call to try, to place a branch in water today, and watch the mystery unfold before your eyes. You don't need much space, and you don't need money. You only need a container, a little water, a branch chosen with care, and the willingness to wait as long as necessary. The reward will come in the form of a green sprout, a new leaf opening to the world, and the certainty that you now belong to that select group of people who understand that death is only a stage on the path to a new and stronger form of life. Try it at home. Start with something simple, maybe a sprig of mint or basil, and feel the joy of seeing the first root appear. It's a healthy addiction, I promise you. Soon, you'll find yourself looking at every tree and every shrub, imagining the life potential they carry. And when you have your first productive plant grown from a branch, come back here and tell me about it. Share your victory, because every plant that grows from the hands of someone who has learned to respect nature's timing is a victory for all of us. The world needs more green, more life, and more people like you. People who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty and dive into the mysteries of creation. Go ahead. The secret is now in your hands. Turn what would be nothing into a garden of abundance. Nature is just waiting for your first step, your first cut, your first act of care. The miracle of life is ready to happen. You just have to allow it.